texted you more often. If I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Look, I do care, but I don't care. My phone is always on me, but I'm not there. Notified, but it always coincides with something that overrides. On the grind over time, nobody gets no reply. That's bona fide, no disrespect. Screen's always lighting up like a cigarette. I save my writing for the symphonette. Here's the thing.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, well,
You're not my problem.
look,
But you got issues.
hey.
Don't call me.
You said I should have texted you more often. If I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Why do you think this is? What you say doesn't match up with how you're leaving me on red and how you never pick up the number of the telegrams on your phone. So you got a pretty high Candy Crush score. Boy, you're wasting your time. But let me tell you that it wasn't my fault. You're not my problem. Boy, you got issues. Don't call me.
You said I should have texted you more often. If I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care? And you say I should have texted.
Don't hold out for a text that you'll never get. Are you bitter yet, or is it jealousy? Fundamentally, there's nothing you could thread to top my lethargy. A message in a bottle, and that bottle in an ocean, and that ocean is no metaphor for my devotion, but I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy.
And you say I should have texted you more often. If I would have wanted you to care. But can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Phone is always on me.
Hey, what's up, people? Thanks for coming. How's it going? Hopefully, you're good. Prayers to those in LA and Midwest. Lots of fires happening. Bad weather here in Ontario, but nothing like the fires that's been happening in the LA area. So, shout outs to those in California and beyond. What's up, Miss Honey Bunny? How you doing? I'm a little bit late, kind of running behind, but it's all good. We're gonna get into some DLF and see how far we get. I probably might do a part 2 tonight. We'll see. But for now, let's get into this and see how far we get. Hopefully, he doesn't flash us. I'm hoping. Let's go.
Oh, look what we got here. Look what we got here. Whoa. Ishka Mara Mu Mara Ming. Alright, what we got here? Where's my backpack? We actually went down. To the credit union today, and we got hundreds.
Oh, look at that.
For this is going into the Scrunch Fund. Yo, all I ask for is that I give my mom the money in like a fucking briefcase or some shit. Like it's pulp fiction.
He's off his rocker, people.
I got the money, you got the stuff. And it'll be like a
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear, Fish. I did not know your uncle passed away. Hopefully, I'm like my condolences to you. That really sucks. But hopefully, the transportation doesn't, uh, get delayed or anything. I watch a guy. He's a gambling addict. He started making videos, months ago, but I just started watching him like about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and it seems that LA is doing okay. He says it's the Hollywood Hills, Palisades area that's really getting a brunt of the fire. And I've also been watching a lot of people where they're like they ignored the evacuation um, messages, and some people stayed in their homes, and they actually saved their homes by keeping the areas wet out in the embers that would fall on trees or on their roof and whatnot. Because this one older gentleman, I believe he's a veteran, he said that yeah, he stayed in his house. I kept on just putting a common garden hose towards any and all flames, and he saved his home because he's like, I can't afford to rebuild. I don't have that type of insurance. So it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how some people have really stayed behind, risking their lives essentially to try and save their homes. And he's like, yeah, all the homes that I was, putting water to, they were fine. Anybody else's homes I couldn't get to got burnt down, because he's like, as soon as any ember falls, drops on you anywhere, he'd get it out, because you don't want those flames to start.
drug deal.
Oh, I see.
And then we're gonna
That's
do
something.
it. Oh, and then we got an extra 20. So no, all I did was I just took a 20 out of the scrunch fund, put it aside, and then just went down there and asked for $1,100 bills. So now we got 100. We converted once we get to 1,000.
Oh my
Because I
god.
didn't want the fucking envelope
Is that like his water bank? That looks gnarly. That needs to be cleaned.
start getting all out of whack.
Has anybody been watching Mr. Pissair ever since I
Oh,
introduced him?
we made some spaghetti oglio at oglio.
Yeah, I was seeing that as well. Like if you have a pool and you have some sort of like pond or anything like with sitting water, because I don't know how the pipes would be with like a fire and whatnot. Sometimes they could work. I mean, they should, but some maybe they won't work if the fire is very invasive. So any standing water, what I would do, I would just stack up on water. To be honest, if you fill as much bucket, stay at the house, and like just throw it on anything that's about to catch fire or is catching fire. Is he on TikTok? Yeah, Mr. Pissair is still on TikTok doing his thing.
And for
His karate,
you
his kung
non black Italians like Monty. Is Monty Italian?
fu. No.
Hey Monty, are you an Italiano? Hey, are you in the hey Monty? Are you in the mafia?
Yeah, the Black Mafia.
You're in the Jamaican mafia. I know that
Yep,
shit.
that's it. Perfect.
You know, I don't want to piss off. I don't want to piss off the Jamaican mafia. Okay. You know, I don't want to piss off Italian. I pissed off Bologna Arm. Bologna Arm's Italian. I think he can speak fluent Italian and shit. No, because his mom's from Italy. So
Cool.
You don't know what those people are into.
What does that even mean?
They could be in the mafia for all I know. Well, that's right, because all Italians are in the mafia. Isn't that right? All Italians are in the mafia. I should join the mafia. I should become like Don fuck me
Hey, Belly,
over.
what's up?
I don't know.
Mom Sprite is a capo. Is she a capo, or do you think she's like the underboss?
Hey Monty, what's your Jamaican mafia name? Don Don Niggersby or some shit. I don't know.
What? No, it'll be Monty, as in Montgomery. Capo Montgomery. Yeah, an underboss. I think, yeah, like Mama Sprite is an
Don
underboss.
Blackie Nigger Leone or some shit fucking coon.
Kuto Kinte. Is that what he's gonna say? He's gonna say it.
Like Kunta Kento, like Don Kunta Kento, or something. You gotta try to make Kunta Kente.
Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte. Okay, it's from the movie Roots, The Gift.
Like into an Italian kind of sound there.
It's the drugs.
Kunta Kentino or I don't know. What's it gonna be called? Your name is Don fucking Kunta Kente.
What's up, Bourgeois B? How you doing?
Look at this. Look at the casual racism. Hey Monty, why are you black?
That's such a question. Why am I black? Can anybody answer this question for me? Because I'm stunned.
What kind of fucking question was that?
He only likes pants that don't have any seams, you know? It's this whole sensory thing with him.
You're gonna ask someone, hey Monty, why are you black? Because my mom was black and my dad was black, and you stick a nigga dick in a nigga pussy, and out comes a nigga baby.
You know what I always find interesting, or kind of like, I don't know, why is he so casually racist, but yet he says he really likes black chicks? I don't get it. He watches like black chick porn all the time, but yet all this casual racism just rolls off the tongue with him.
How it works.
Why is he such a
That's
useless
why
person?
I'm a nigga. And Monty, you just call yourself the nigga. Trigger warning.
All right, we got.
Hey, why didn't you give a trigger warning on the piss boxing guy when a white guy said nigga?
Didn't I like do a trigger warning though? he does probably think a lot about this. I think even him being friends with his, former bestie that unfortunately passed away, rest in peace, Eugene. I think he has been thinking about all this stuff over and over and over again.
I don't go only okay when he's. Did you give him the permission slip?
Yo, DLF reminds me of the type of guy that would be like an S Jam, the type of guy that if you're asleep on his couch, you better like cover your balls, like hide your balls, hide your nut, hide your gooch, your taint, that spot, that space between your balls and your ass. You gotta cover that up, else, he might S Jam. You remember what S Jam did to Ronnie? Kind of like that, but it'll be done in Buffalo by like Dragon Lord Frodo. Speaking of S Jam, I saw S Jam was talking about how he knocked somebody up. Jesus Christ, he's gonna.
You gave him that.
Why the hell is S Jam knocking ladies up, but yet I can't even get a date? Can somebody explain this to me?
And pass.
It is S Jam too, yes. S Jam as well.
That's cool because Eugene gave me an end pass. He gave me a universal end pass for life. I carry it in my wallet.
I didn't even know. I did see that there was a panel, but that point in time on Saturday, I was honestly like in Hamilton, Ontario, because I had to go pick something up. So I didn't even know. As soon as I got home from Hamilton, I found out like Bali and Papa Kilo / Ariel was on the panel. If I knew, I would have totally called in. I would have gone on.
It's like what says he said, oh, don't worry, I got the end pass.
You've got to see this.
Uh-oh.
Listen.
I
So
got
I
an
quit the
ad.
boring, slow-paced cardio and
At least
started
it's
doing
funny,
something totally
All right, I think I might go for it a bit.
Look, it's like here comes the police to be like, let me see your end pad. Be like, you be like, you want to see my end pass? Excuse me, would I whip this out?
There are some folks who shouldn't procreate. Well, the whole SGEM thing, I mean, you really, really, really don't want a person who, how to put it this way, comes on and cries that he doesn't have money. I mean, that is not a man. Like you gotta have somebody who will take care of, well, one, themselves and their bills. Like I'm just constantly seeing people who should not by any means be having kids, bringing kids into this world, and wondering why society is so destructive. I'm like, why the hell would you, do it with SGEM without a condom? Like, I don't get this. Like, who the hell would want to go over to SGEM's place and, ride his dicky do?
Hey, Monty, you
Don't.
like the movie Blazing Saddles? Hey, Monty, do you think the movie Blazing Saddles is racist?
You- A 1974 film, and Mel Brooks was in Blazing. How the hell would I know what Blazing Saddles is about?
Hey, Monty, you think Blazing Saddles is racist?
Is it? You haven't seen? I haven't seen it. I had no idea what Blazing Saddles was. So it's pretty much a black guy becomes the first sheriff of a place called Rock Ridge, and the town harbors some racial bias towards him, but they warm up to him after realizing that him and his drunk gunfighting friend Gene Wilder are the only defense against a wave of thugs sent to get rid of the town because the town is supposed to be sacked, destroyed to make way for a new railroad. That is what Blazing Saddles is about. I have not seen it, but I mean, do I want to watch a 1974 movie? It is a western slash comedy, so maybe I will. I don't know. I like the comedies. But I'm sure some of the jokes might be a little bit out there, right? Because I remember the 90s jokes or 90s commercials that are totally would never be allowed today. Certain things just don't age well. Or like if you look back at like 80s, 90s comedy, things that we would laugh at these days would be found highly offensive.
That dirty movie.
Oh, it's Steve Martin.
That's a dirty movie.
It actually has a lot of ratings. Like on Amazon.ca, it's 4.6 out of 5. Rotten Tomatoes, it's 89%. And IMDb rates it 7.7 out of 10. So this is actually a pretty good movie. I guess it was big back in the day when it came out. I'm sure. The only movies I start to know like really is like from like early 90s with like Encino Man, Demolition Man, and those type of movies. The age of who would become Blade. What was his name again? The Blade character, the one that did tax evasion and had to go to jail.
No, this is some good old Leo at old Leo. All right, I'm gonna go forward.
But yes, thank you, Buzzwobby, Wesley Snipes. I loved it when Wesley Snipes was in what's that movie with like Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, and they had like a whole team of like mercenary guys. What are they called again? And then Wesley Snipes was there, and they got Wesley Snipes out of jail, and then they asked him, "What were you in jail for?" And he's like, "Tax evasion." That got me. That really Expendables. That's the movie franchise. I like Expendable movies. It would have drove you nuts. It would have, but I would have figured it out. I'm multitasking.
I was watching all the Chuckies today. We're on a Chucky kick.
Demolition Man is one of your top 5. Demolition Man was a really good movie.
There's a part in the second one.
So was Judge Dredd, which is another Stallone movie. We're just talking about all Stallone movies right now. Expendables, Demolition Man, Judge Dredd, original Judge Dredd. The new Judge Dredd is still really good, but the original Judge Dredd takes the cake. It's just like one of the best movies out there.
Where the teenage bitch in the movie, she's like walking a little boy to school or something, and he's like, "What are you looking out for? What is Chucky gonna get you?" like that's is that. Why did she say it was Chucky? Like she doesn't believe him or something. It should fucking. it's like all this fucking time.
Yeah, Mila, what was her name? Mila Jovovich or something like that in The Fifth Element. That was a movie ahead of its time as well.
All this fucking time, they fucking put Chucky in the fucking corner. They throw him down a fucking basement stairs. And not once in the fucking movie do any of these fucking grown-ups be like, yo, that's a fucking creepy ass doll.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Fifth Element was amazing. So was Total Recall. That was a good movie as well from the 90s.
That's a fucking creepy ass doll. Why the fuck we don't you just fucking burn them?
Isn't the whole Chucky thing like the guy's soul is in the doll? Even if you break or burn the doll, his soul is still in there because I'm not really good at Chucky lore, but they retconned it. That some guy who was like a serial unaliver died and they somehow put his soul in the doll. Wasn't that the whole thing with the Chucky doll? And then he's just started doing the same shit he was doing when he was a human being in a physical corporeal body. Jaws is good. Rocky Horror Picture Show is good. Mad Max original I wasn't really into, but Mad Max 2 Thunderdome is really good. Road Warrior, I guess so.
You know?
Yes, Fifth Element is a classic now. Hey, what's up, Sasha? I did want.
Remember my fucking grandmother had that fucking weird ass doll.
Actually, yeah, a lot of older ladies have dolls. Remember, even Foodie Beauty's grandmother had a doll she gave to Foodie Beauty that I honestly believe is worth a lot of money because if the grandmother has it, it's decades old, and those types of dolls people pay good money for. That doll's probably crushed in the garbage at some landfill right now, to be honest with you, because I would never expect Foodie Beauty to keep that doll around, even though if it was given to me, shit, that doll would be in a case right now. She doesn't care. Chucky made you afraid to put your foot on the ground when going
And
to
my
bed.
rich uncle kind of just like
True.
inherited it. And he's like, I want that fucking doll out of here. You know, my uncle was afraid. My rich uncle was afraid that doll was gonna come to life and kill him for real. And I'm like, good. It probably should have.
Yikes. All right, let me go forward a little bit. Let's see what else he's saying. I'm trying to find a good, maybe right here would be great.
Oh, my mom would be like, oh, who cares if he was getting a boner from doing it? You know? That's what she would have said. She'd have been like, oh, who cares if he got a boner from doing it? You know, no one will know. That's how she plays. Oh,
Hey,
because
boys, what's
Mark
up?
can do no wrong. Mark can do no wrong. Yeah, well, Mark can do no wrong. Mark do right.
Yeah, the context is honestly lost to me on. You know what? To be honest with you, I probably could guess what he's talking about. Maybe touching his belly is giving Uncle Mark a boner, but that's just a lot of bullshit. He always talks about the same thing.
That's what you call inappropriate touching.
Yup, I was right. It's about the belly touching, giving Uncle Mark a boner, but no, TLF. Your family member is not getting a boner off touching your belly.
That's what Cuomo got impeached for, or whatever he did. He got. That's why he left, because he was grabbing fat. Well, he got away with killing people in nursing homes. He killed more people than was killed on 9/11. Cuomo. You know, but make sure you get him on that. Make sure you get him on that Me Too shit. Right?
Yeah, I do see a lot of Wikipedia stuff on Cuomo and his policies regarding the COVID pandemic and nursing homes. Like, a lot of people do not like him because there were a lot of nursing home deaths during the pandemic, starting from like March 2020. And, the next, when did he leave his office? Wasn't it like 21? Yeah, 2021, when those allegations came out about him. The sexual allegations and whatnot, which is like rocking a lot of sectors. A lot of people are going down because of these allegations placed against them of harassment in the workplace. I mean, the movement's still strong.
So I say, if Cuomo was,
There are 3 simple changes I tell all of my arthritis patients to make. Number
Wow,
1,
you
have to start.
isn't it crazy how we got like all these new commercials now? Like, not the same old ones that we're tired of.
Charged with, forcible, inappropriate touching. That I think that my rich uncle should be held in the same regard. Like I said, we added to the scrunch fund. No, we didn't really add to the scrunch fund. What I did was I took all those 20s that I had, that I was saving up from, and I got them all converted into 100.
Good for you, dear.
So right now, so it's easier. Because, my mom's kind of dumb. She's getting a little older. It's probably easier for her to count out $3,700 bills than it is for her to count out, all 20s,
Oh yeah.
And that's what I'm gonna do. Like every $1,000 I put in, we're gonna go to the credit union and get it straight up converted to hundreds. And you gotta remember this too. We're waiting for my W-2s from Creature Comforts to come through. We might get some money from taxes. I'm gonna put that towards the scrunch fund. We're gonna get. I heard we're getting another stimulus. I'm putting that towards the scrunch fund. So who knows? It could be
Wait a second. Is there another stimulus check that's supposed to be handed out?
paid off sooner than you
Was there a second stimulus check handed out after the first one?
think. And then of course, I don't know. I was just like, I'll probably be almost halfway. I don't know. I would probably say, how much am I paid off? Because I got 3,700 that I have to pay her off, and I got 1120 right now. So 1100. So you gotta think of it like this, like
Oh, there has
you
been
gotta think of
two.
it
Okay.
like, how much. I can't do percentages. You gotta look at it
For the second stimulus check, did you need to like have your taxes done? Is that why?
like this, like how much percentage have I paid off? You just gotta think of like what percentage of 37 is 11. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about how much percentage. Hey, rich uncle, how much percentage is that? I can't do math. 3,700 is the total I owe, and what I have saved is 1,100. 1120. But if you want to do it simple math, just go with 11. Okay.
Okay, gotcha,
And
gotcha.
then once we build up another 1,000 or so, we're gonna go and take that to the bank, get that all in hundreds, and we'll just keep doing it until we got it all. I have a feeling the way that this court case is gonna go, I'm not gonna be able to pay her back little by little. I'm gonna have to, I'm just gonna basically just have it sit here, and I'm just gonna keep saving up, and then it goes all in the safe.
I'm gonna go forward because this whole pay mama's crunch back is getting old. Okay, really, really, really old. Well, when the hell does he come back on the couch? Why is he even off the couch?
Or whatever. Fuck. I got a question. I got a question for the marine biology. Okay, so I noticed I got questions for the jerk off artist known as Monty. Monty's a jerk off artist.
Why?
So I noticed, like, when I'm playing off, if you know what I mean. I noticed if I take my non-stroking hand and I put my fingers like at the bottom on the under part of like the bottom of my dick, kind of where like the sack meets the bottom there. Like there's just like I don't know, there's a lot of like pleasure that happens.
I'm sorry. Did you guys listen to this? This man is talking about where his shaft connects to his testicular sac, if that's his pleasure palace. Why do I need to know that?
I don't know what it is, but it makes the jerk better. And I'm just wondering, like, what is it that I'm touching down there?
Oh my god, disgusting.
And I also noticed too, if I just take my finger and just like kind of like rub that
Mhm.
part down there, that like I'd be pressing on during my jerk.
No.
Like I can actually make whatever is down there like tighten up, and it's like pleasure, but like I don't come. Like
Disgusting.
it just kind of tightens up, and then
Right,
but nothing
fish?
really. It feels like you're about to come, but nothing. Do you know what I'm fucking talking about, Monty?
No, I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Is that I'm talking? Am I playing with the prostate?
No, I don't do prostate play. I'm sorry, DLF. Jen, stop
We're
Murder
gonna go
Monday,
forward.
Wellness Wednesday, and Drama Friday. How come Jen's view stopped? We are gonna go forward. All right, let's go forward, people.
No. I wonder if Lorraine Trimper is on suicide watch.
Thank God, trigger warning.
Watch, I'm gonna go down. Watch, I'm gonna go down to the fucking. The Niagara Falls Memorial Psych Ward, and am I gonna find Lauren Trimper in there on suicide watch? Willie, cut the fucking shit. No. Am I gonna find?
All right, let me go forward. I don't want to listen to him debating a poor woman who lost her partner. It's really sick and sad.
What's up, Willa Vegas?
Oh yeah, the beta videos. Yeah,
Alright,
she
let's
took
go.
off. Hey, a lot of people have actually left the sphere. Remember when the sphere had other people in it, and new people keep coming around, right? I mean, Girl World does eat up a lot of people. I remember the days where certain people are around. Now they're not. Some of them good riddance. Others will be missed.
Oh, we're gonna go forward, and then he goes forward, and then it's like you're like in the Terminator future.
What?
You know?
The Terminator future? What does that even mean? You mean like the Terminator time loop, like that?
If you go forward too far, you'll end up on Judgment Day. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, wasn't Judgment Day like 2001 or something? Am I getting my Terminator timeline wrong? Terminator. Okay, when was Judgment Day for Terminator? Wasn't it like let me look it up. When did the Skynet launch the missiles that took out civilization? What is the day of judgment in Terminator? No, okay. No, I was wrong. It's actually August 29th, 1997.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, what if Mike Judge ended up becoming a judge, and then be like, oh yes, Judge. That's Judge for you. What's up, Willie? They were smoking a bong in front of Willie. Hey Willie, you want some of this? Hey Willie, you wanna take a hit?
Oh my god.
You wanna take a hit, Willie?
Of his gravity bomb. I don't know about that. Smash that like button.
Willie, you wanna get high? Here we go. This strain we're smoking on is Topanga Poison.
whenever I hear Topanga, it just reminds me of Boys Meets World. And what's really crazy is that Boy Meets World, when I read up on that, they told me the Topanga was named Topanga because of the Topanga Parkway or something. I never knew that. Like, yeah. Well, then again, I'm not from Cali, so I wouldn't really know. But I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, like something like that, like Topanga community. Because if you look up Topanga, it's an unincorporated community in western Los Angeles County. But there's also the Topanga Canyon and the surrounding hills. I thought it was like a road or something. Maybe it was the canyon and the hills. Who knows? You can't do bong hits anymore. Yeah, I get that. I can understand that.
Hey Monty, when's our piss boxing tournament?
Whenever you can make enough piss out of that small
I'm
little
gonna
dick of
send
yours.
Monty an email about the piss boxing tournament.
Please. Can you imagine if this man wants to piss box me? That's actually very
You know
erotic, to have your piss in a jug, or maybe I'll use his piss to piss box him. He uses my piss to piss box him. You know what I think? I think his piss is probably like super yellow, like a tangy deep orange even, because he's really dehydrated.
I'd be down for a nice piss boxing tournament.
There you go, Sasha. You can piss box with Dragon Lord Frodo. How does that sound? All you gotta do is go from, well, I was actually gonna say go through Vermont or something. Go through Plattsburgh. You come down, you get Syracuse, you go west, and you keep going until you hit Buffalo. Not Frodo. Can you imagine the types of weird shit like DLF would do to you if you were like sleeping on his couch? Yeah, DLF reminds me of that kind of like weirdo guy that would like totally mess with you if you fell asleep on the couch. Anybody ever been in a situation where you really want to sleep but you don't trust the guy or people or person that your house that you're at, and you won't go sleep because there's like, I don't want them to do shit to me.
All right. Welcome to
I remember this. Wait, I didn't check this. Is he gonna show his little wiener? Does he show it? Wait a second. I gotta screen this. Hopefully he doesn't, as I'm gonna have to end the stream, but hopefully he doesn't. He's a wiener shower.
DLF's Diddy party.
Why is it a Diddy
We
party?
got drugs. We got, drugs on the table. Where's the hookers? Well, they didn't show up.
Why would you even say that? Like a Diddy party?
Yeah.
Like that has such as a negative connotation these days.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Except he doesn't get any sex. There are drugs, and I wouldn't call that rock and roll.
I
More
just
just
got done
extreme.
watching Chucky 3, right?
You know what the difference between Chucky and Dragon Lord Frodo is? At least Chucky gets ass. Remember how Chucky got the chick doll with him, and they made Seed of Chucky? So there's like a second generation type of Chucky, but that doll's actually really good and mild mannered, even though his dad wants him to be like a murderous serial unaliver.
And remember the fucking. Remember this one? Chucky was trying to get the soul from the little black kid. And he was like, yeah, looks like Chucky's gonna be a bro. That's what he said too. Hey Monty, is that racist? So here we go. We made a Chicago dish. I made a veggie dish pizza. It's too hot to handle though. It's like DL. Hey, should I put out like some DVDs
No thanks.
of uncensored DLF videos? Of like DLF too hot for TV or
It will be like DLF too hairy for TV.
remember didn't Jerry Springer do that shit?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, well, guess what? What happened? Guess what? Jerry Springer's dead. Look at that. I made a dish pizza. It's right there. Hold up. That's a veggie dish. Let me clear a room. Hey Monty. Hey Monty.
Oh my god.
Suck on that.
It is a pizza pie, literally.
Hey Monty, why do you always be like? Why do you always be like? Why do you always be like when I fart in your general direction? Excuse me. Let me clear the table of these fentanyl strips and xylazine strips.
There's no way he has fentanyl strips at his spot. Screw off. You don't got fentanyl strips. What the hell are you doing with those? There's no way.
Let me clear the table so I can put my Chicago deep dish down.
I do not believe he has strips there. He just
I made it in my springform pan. I bought the springform pan from St. Vincent de Paul's. Look at that shit.
I have no idea if he actually made it himself, because remember, if you don't know, DLF does make his own pizza. I don't know if it's good. I don't even want to try it, to be honest with you, but he does make his own. Do I know if that's his own pizza? I have no idea. But yeah, it's likely that he didn't make it. Who knows? Look at those flowers, powdered spots on his shirt. He probably was, kneading the dough and everything. Get it right. Got
I
some.
bought the springform pan.
You couldn't afford it yet.
Look.
I wouldn't want a DLF pizza. I probably would put shit in it, like his, I don't know, his semen or something.
I made a Chicago dish pizza. You know what you do? This is what you do. First off, before you eat something like this, you have to take a tokarini.
Right? Everyone's saying the same thing. You probably will put the pubes in it. Yeah. And then he'll watch me with like a grin on his face, just, chewing on his pubes.
You gotta take a tokarina.
Remember, people, this is the same guy that cummed on this lady's glasses and then had joy and all sorts of thoughts go through his head as he saw her walking around and working with cum splattered eyeglasses from his junk, his testicles. Oh yeah, you guys don't remember that? Yeah, remember his cleaning job at the casino, wasn't it? The casino, was it like an office place? I can't remember which one. I think it was the casino that he did this, but he did completely, well, I shouldn't say completely cover, because how the hell do you not see that there's like little dried up sticky stuff, or that was sticky stuff on your glasses, unless DLF doesn't really spit all that much juice. That's all I'm trying to say.
You know what I'm saying? Like the legend of the Zelda.
Walker.
The ocarina of the time. Well, this is a tokarina of the time. You know what I also found out? I realized too that when you're lighting the weed, doing this, you don't fucking you just light it.
When the hell does he bring out the toy and his weenie? Good thing I missed over that. Was that in part 1, 2, or 3? Because you gotta tell me when he's gonna like show his PP, or what should be his PP. I don't want to see that. Skywalker, when does he do that?
Just to get it on fire. You don't sit there and scorch the hell.
What is that? That is, yeah, it's a makeshift bong. I believe it's called a gravity bong. Somebody correct me if I'm mistaken, but I believe that's what they're called.
A lot of it. You know, that's what I learned. Because then if you just let it burn on its own, then the smoke is a little, it's it's less harsh because it's like hot. It's not as hot. You just let it do that. And the water cools it too.
It was like a week ago. I got warned beforehand that like in the first few, I don't know, minutes or seconds of a video, he had his like little PP out, so I decided not to really get into that. Skip it. And I was warned that he's going back to his old school DLF ways of trying to get my channel deleted. Maybe he'll start splicing in ladyboys again into the videos, and then people will be like, what the hell was that? Remember when we figured that out? We'd watch a video and then one frame would be like a double D'd ladyboy with like a huge Johnson.
And you're like, yo, dog. And then you're just like, all right. We're gonna get that guy in the chat that's like, hey Mike, what strain are you smoking on? What strain am I smoking on? Well, that sounds a little, gay.
Ow.
Doesn't it? It's like, it's almost like, whose dick are you sucking on?
So says the guy that has a penis pump.
So the strain that I'm smoking on today It's called Topanga Poison. Right, this is what this does.
Hey America, Dr. Stella Emanuel here. I just want to kind of give you an update of what's going on right now. We hear about this whole bird flu pandemic that's
All new like commercials. Crazy. It's not good. How do you know it's not good to use pumps? What do they do? Will they fracture your D if you pump too hard?
Oh, there we go. And then this whole thing. This whole thing just comes up. It's like a cake.
I need to go back to Chicago and get like a serious, real deep dish pizza pie.
You know?
You could get blood clots. What? The
With
blood
the whole
clot
thing.
with the blood clots.
Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna make a mess, isn't it?
All right, I'm gonna go for it. Let's see if he settles down with his pizza pie, and what else is he gonna be doing?
We're gonna go talk to Poochie. Poochie here. Alright, talking about Poochie. Remember that shit? Remember like me and Baloney Arm? Remember me and Baloney Arm? Yo, we watched this fucking show. Right? Look at this fucking pizza that I made.
You think he is getting checks, Marie? It's back on. It's been on for some time now.
Look at that fucking thing.
Lou Malnati
Oh, we're
pizza.
just gonna pick at it and say fuck it.
Gotcha.
I forget what show it was, but it was like me and Below. Whoa.
I love it that his rooms like just screams all the ladies should just come over, right? Look at that couch, cum stained.
Me and Baloney Arm.
We got flour on that table right there, pans and all sorts of stuff strewn all over the floor. Amazing.
There's something on the Food Channel.
Well, we want to come over.
Me and Baloney Arm. We were watching this show, right? On the Food Channel.
What did you say, Deb? You had an ex who loved his penile pump, ended up looking like a big slug. What does that even mean? You mean he couldn't get it up? Like was his muscles along his shaft no longer rigid? Like what does that even mean? He couldn't get it up. Like, please explain.
And he was like, they were talking about this place in Chicago called the Wieners Circle. And there was, you go there and you get harassed by some big black woman they call Poochie.
What?
And so me and Baloney Arm, we actually looked it up. And we looked up this place and called it and asked for, we were fucking talking to Poochie.
Oh, is it that famous? Okay, I wouldn't even know. Let me look this up. The Wiener Circle is a hot dog stand on Clark Street in the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago. Oh, so it's a really iconic hot dog stand. Okay. Next time I'm in Chicago, I'm going there to the Wiener Circle. It's an experience. Okay, I like that.
Poochie, get you a blow job.
I think it will be the opposite way around. The way how he's describing Poochie, it seems DLF, you'd be giving Poochie a blowjob. Can you imagine? You remember the time when DLF to this day still talks? He's mad that this lady was a bouncer and she threw him out. Where was that? I think it was some sort of theater or event, some sort of event in his area or maybe a little bit beyond. He got thrown up by a bouncer, and the bouncer just happened to be a woman, and will never live that down.
That's what we're just gonna do, because we're high. I was watching Rambo 3 the other day.
Oh, speaking of Rambo,
I didn't know Red Foreman was on that movie. He's the same guy from the RoboCop movie. I know.
how is Pete's able to collect welfare and collect inheritance confuses me. I wouldn't really know. I'm not even sure if inheritance money is considered income or not. If it's not considered income, then of course, yeah, he's gonna be able to collect welfare. But if it is considered income, then he should have reported that, which means he shouldn't have gotten welfare. But people do all sorts of shit to circumvent, the system, game the system. I mean, $15,000 is nothing to scoff at, but you can blow through that real quick if you're not, doing things properly.
He was in there. I was gonna play a bad guy. It was like, okay.
But then again, did he actually get the money yet? Because if he didn't get the money yet and he's waiting on the inheritance, then I mean, he doesn't have any income since he quit his job. Yeah, I heard it was only 15,000.
RoboCop 3, or not RoboCop. Rambo 3 was kind of like.
No one wants to hear your Rambo 3 critique, DLF. Speaking of which, where is he?
It was weird. Like, that movie did not age well. Because he's like fighting on the same side. He's fighting alongside with the Taliban.
Yeah, I think his dad wasn't really doing well out west. So, I mean, it's at least something. Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily think inheritance usually screams you're getting a good chunk of cash. But nope, Pete says dad left him 15K. You could start a business with that, I guess. But then Pete's, instead of working hard, Pete's doesn't want to work at all. I'm not really sure if he got the money.
Well,
I don't watch Pete's.
From what I gather in the history, at one point, the United States and the Taliban were allies.
That is true.
And then, I don't know, some bullshit happened. All this bullshit in the Middle East.
Gone towards delivering Uber Eats. Pete's should have, I don't know, done something with that money, like go back to school or something, get into something where he has some sort of skill set. And the easiest entry point for a lot of people these days is getting into trades, because we have a lot of people that do I don't know, office work, administrative stuff. Not a lot of people. There's a lack of trades in Canada and everywhere else. Just get into trades. 15K could totally change your life get you into a program, an apprenticeship, get your certificate of qualification, something to start your life, but you're gonna have to work. And if you're not wanting to work, then I can understand why Pete's is in Pete's position. I think Pete's really wanted a library position because he doesn't wanna one be front facing with the public, but any library job you're gonna be, I shouldn't say any, but typical library job, you're gonna have to talk to people. You're gonna typically be front facing with the public. What is he doing? I think he just wants to be locked away with books so he can read all day and get paid, maybe file stuff away, have limited interactions with other individuals. He has poor hygiene. He wouldn't get a librarian job. Yeah, maybe. But then again, he doesn't even. I don't even think he has a degree. He has a diploma. And typically, they're hiring people with at least a master's for a library job. So there you go. Pizza's well behind. What, Deb? You mean your ex was obsessed with medical procedures, and as a nurse, he was hoping for you to get medical instrument to probe him and analyze him? I mean, okay, it's too much, way too much. All right, let me go ahead a little bit. He's enjoying his pizza pie.
You smuggled me. No.
That makes a lot of sense. That the plumbing bill was $30K. That's what happens when you flush and waffle stomp kitty litter down the drain. You're gonna plug it up, especially when the drainage system is very interconnected, especially in townhomes. You're gonna really plug shit up. And what can I say?
Mike, you're an idiot.
I always wondered about the whole plumbing because I could swear that kitty litter is gonna do something. Because even when they were really changing the kitty litter irregularly, it's still gonna clump and pool somewhere where it gets exposed to moisture, and then after a while it dries out, and it gets exposed to moisture, it dries out, and it goes back and forth. I'm surprised it was only $30,000. It probably got hit into a trap and didn't go
Did you
further.
hear about that fucking that cyber truck that got blown up in front of the Trump building?
Yeah, I heard about it. You're guessing, but plumbing isn't cheap. Yeah, I mean, your guess is kind of on point. With anything, I wouldn't actually think the plumbing would be cheap. It could be 30, it could be 15, it could be 45. Who really knows? It really does depend on where the cat litter settled.
I didn't know. You can actually.
I heard somebody was getting like a $40,000 plumbing bill for like drainage problems. Like you really can't slack off on drainage stuff.
Actually make that shit drive itself. So the question is if I were to get a Tesla Cybertruck, do I still need a license? Because I can just make it drive itself everywhere. I could just put it on, what is it, like autopilot or some shit? Yeah, that shit's pretty cool.
Can you imagine DLF in a Cybertruck?
That is also fucking scary too.
All right, I'm gonna move forward a little bit. We don't want to hear his Cybertruck thoughts, okay?
Hey America, Dr. Stella Emmanuel here. Just want to kind of give an update of what's going on right now. We hear about this whole bird flu pandemic.
I kind of like the accent that woman has. She kind of have like that Miss Cleo like accent going on. Call me now, it's Miss Cleo. What is he doing? He's getting juice in that bread. Speaking about pizza, I mean, I would love some pizza right now. Do you think Miss Cleo? She had a Americanized Jamaican accent, like an accent where everyone could pretty much understand what she was saying and what was going on. It was a good gig, Miss Cleo, that she had. A lot of money was being
Monty, you
made.
gotta ask me. What the hell? Why do they call it jerk chicken? There's a little fucking midget coming around, jerking off into the sauce.
No,
Well, why do they call it that?
jerk actually comes from the Spanish word charqui, which means dried strips of meat.
I mean, that just makes your food sound sexual.
Okay. It's just the way how they like prepare the meat, to be honest with you. It's a term that just comes from another word. And to do it right, you actually need one of those steel drums, and you cut it in half, and then you use I guess wood or coal. Typically coal is best. And then you kind of just let it sit in there getting smoked. It's getting smoked, and it's also getting well, I guess you would say radiant heat, but you could kind of use a covering, some sort of film over it, and then you can get the convection. Because depending on how you jerk the chicken or make the chicken, it does taste different. Because smoking meat, a lot of people love smoked meats because of the process, and it is a different taste if you have radiant heat versus convection when you are cooking something. All right, we're gonna go for it again. BLF just likes to talk random shit. Is he? My God, is this man knocked out on the couch?
Hey, that's why I talk to. That's why I talk. Monty's chat because I want to put my clarification.
Do I have a jerk recipe? I don't. My dad probably does. What I will say though is, I think you're right, Fish. Were those condos that were being rented out? Yeah, It seems like some property management company was doing the rentals for those townhouse, you know, townhouse condos that Pete's and Foodie Beauty just managed to get themselves into. But yeah, they completely trashed that place. Like those are the type of people you don't want to rent to. And renting to these days is so incredibly dangerous because people will squat. I even had that happen to me. People just not paying what they're supposed to pay. Don't want to pay. Don't give a shit. Like that is a big problem in Canada with the housing. Too much stories on the news each and every day about people just not paying for years, racking up tens of thousands of dollars on back rent, and then screwing off somewhere else. It's quite a shame. Oh, he's dozing. That's what I thought. He's gonna be dozing right now. Let's see when he wakes up. Yep. So some people won't rent to others if your application isn't perfect or as close to perfect as possible. It's actually really sad. He took one hit from the bong, yeah, and he's done. Squatters, just a guy who decided not to pay. I mean, it's affects everybody. Like it's a trickle down effect, right? Because I got family members I gotta take care of. Like whenever all the properties that I have for rent, the money doesn't go to me; it goes to my family. So people think, hey, yeah, you have like multiple properties, you're this, you're that, but you gotta think that traditionally how my family works is, we help each other, and there's a lot of money that I have to provide to family for food, clothing, heat, shelter, all that sort of stuff. I can't just laze around like DLF, hitting gravity bonds, making deep dish pizzas, getting free money, free checks coming in, saying that I'm N-word rich. Yeah, some renters are really bad, especially if they sabotage your place. That is the complete worst. All right, we're gonna go into part three here. I think I have it set up. Part three. Wow. Okay. Yes. Let's go. Part three. DLF is still dozing off after one tiny little hit from his gravity bong. Oh, thanks, Deb. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I do for family because I was raised by a lot of my aunts. They're older ladies now, and they're fragile. I remember the days where I used to hold my hand up and go for a hug, and they'd pick me up and swing me around, and then I come back. The past what, like 2+ decades, and I'm like way bigger than they are. It's funny how times change. I still remember those days. Like my frail little aunt now that I take care of was taking care of me and would lift me up and carry me around places when I was a small. And I just have just really fun memories of my family. And I'll do anything from my aunts. Like they were integral in shaping my personality of where I am this day, my work ethic, my attitude, my manners, etc. So I'll try and help out as much as possible. All right, let me go forward with this whole DLF stuff. He is dozing. Look at that. He is knocked out. That Topanga is hitting. Oh, look at that! Look at that guitar in that corner. I just noticed it. How did I not notice that before? You know, the one that he attempts to play, but he's never good at it. Let's see what other conversation topics. I think DLF needs some shelving. He does need some. He needs a lot of things. He needs some clean, holeless draws, but you don't see him going out and getting those. DLF just looks like the type of guy that has loose draws, and he does. He looks like the type of guy that has like holes in his drawers, and he does. It looks like the type of guy that just, you know, splooges in the front part of his drawers without lip stains, and he probably does. The floor is not storage. He totally needs some storage space, doesn't he? I don't think that's his priorities, though. The less priorities or something else. It's got that beer belly without the beer. You want to know if he's due soon? We thought like literally the same thing at the same time. That is like that 8-9 month pregnant belly he's got right there. Might as well start rubbing it. about to give birth. I wonder. I hopefully this man changes his socks. You ever like had the smell of somebody who's never changed their socks in like weeks? I don't see how some people do that. Like how? How can you do that? Not change your socks in weeks. Is 20 months pregnant? Maybe he's having twins. Let me see if he does anything else other than this. All right, he's about to wake up. No bald emoji. All right. The feta cheese smell. Yeah, it's just rank, man. I'm like, how do some guys think that's just okay to smell that? It's disgusting. But alas, after this, all right, we're about to wrap this up. I think I'm gonna do a story on my After Dark channel. I'm gonna talk about my trip to Windsor, Ontario that I did not Friday like 2 days ago, but Friday 9 days ago, Friday the 3rd of January. I went to Windsor and I unfortunately had to call the cops. Well, I wouldn't say I needed to. I had to because it was through this altercation happened through a ride sharing program, and I had to keep my account in good standing. Not that I necessarily need to, but you know, it's a good thing to keep my accounts in good standing because people lie. And so maybe I'll detail the episode of being assaulted in Windsor, Ontario 9 days ago, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll do a story time. I'll probably like put a I'll probably put it up maybe today or tomorrow and try and figure out which day I can kind of do the story. Probably maybe Wednesday or Thursday I'll do it. We'll see. It isn't good, but the story is kind of interesting. But we'll see. All right, so that is it for DLF. Literally about, I don't know, at least a quarter of that entire 3-part series is him just dozing off and whatnot. But yeah, catch me with that story if you're interested. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I mean, it was bound to happen one point or another. Maybe I'll detail some things right now. So I typically, if I'm doing long distance journeys, I will like put a seat or two or three in my vehicle, whichever vehicle I'm gonna use to offer to people, because company conversation plus they help pay for gas. But these days with these ride sharing apps and sites, what happens is that a lot of people expect D2D, which means door to door, as in you pick them up at their door and you drop them off at whatever city or town or area that they're going to, wherever they want to. But that's actually against ride sharing rules, because you can't do door to door, because if you do door to door, then you're a taxi, which means I'll be circumventing, taxi rules in whichever area I'm in. And two, my insurance category is now different. I'm not a private citizen with private insurance. I need commercial insurance. So there's a lot of factors to that. So pretty much it seems a lot of people are using these ride sharing apps as like a literal job, which I will get into in my story time. Well, pretty much I don't do door to door because I'm not a taxi. I'm just a guy going from point A to point B. You either come along for the trip or not. If you don't want to come along, that's cool. If you come along, I'm not gonna taxi you around for next to nothing. If you want a taxi, you get an actual taxi. But anyways, my story is you could pick. I have lots of stories, Sasha. I had guys who would take the batteries out of their cell phones after they unwrap their cell phone from tinfoil and then put the battery in, make their phone calls, and then take the battery out, put the cell phone back in tinfoil, wrap it up, and then put it in a Ziploc bag. I have so much stories that I would tell you about the types of shit people would do on these trips. Like some people would disappear on me, some people would try and scam me at each and every turn. There is a lot of stories, okay? Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get into that. I'll schedule it. Give me like 24 hours. I gotta figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day, but we'll see. All right, well, take care of yourselves, people. Have a great one. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Be safe, have a good one, and have a great